Good morning, this is Dylan Clancy for today's news brief. Our first story of the morning is a teacher in Philadelphia is being accused of having sexual intercourse with one of his students. 37-year-old Michael Cheadle has been having a year-long relationship with one of his students. According to NBC 10 Philadelphia, Michael started dating the student at the end of her junior year and went through the summer of her senior year. Investigators said the relationship began as a friendship but quickly turned sexual. Michael is now being accused of committing sex acts with an underage student inside and outside of school. As of September 1st, Cheadle has resigned from his position at the school. On Tuesday, Cheadle has been charged with dozens of accounts, some being sexual intercourse with a student, unlawful contact with a minor, and corruption of minors. There has been no word from Cheadle's family. However, according to Cheadle's lawyer, they will deny the allegations. Breaking news out of Washington last night. President Trump and the First Lady have tested positive for COVID-19. Late last night, the president sent out a tweet saying, "The First Lady and I have tested positive for COVID-19. We will begin our quarantine and recovery process immediately, and we will get through this together." According to the radio station 94.5 PST, the president was in New Jersey yesterday for a fundraiser event, and before that, he was in Ohio, Minnesota, and Washington, D.C. The president's son, Barron Trump, has tested negative for the virus, as well as Ivanka Trump and Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett. Vice President Mike Pence has also tested negative for the virus. While the President of the United States is recovering, Pence is expected to step up in a bigger role. The presidential election is just a few weeks away. PA Governor Tom Wolf says the crowd limit for this week's high school games will remain in place. After a federal court reinstated Wolf's limits for crowd sizes, the governor's office said those rules will remain in place for games and events this weekend. So for this week's games, 250 people will be allowed to attend the game if it is being held outside, and 25 people if the game is being held inside. That is about one spectator for each kid allowed at the inside games and 2 spectators for each kid for outside games, depending on the sport. No visitors from the road team will be allowed to travel with the team. More information regarding spectators will be released within the upcoming weeks. ESU's football team volunteered for Pick Up the Poconos Day. The football team joined hundreds of volunteers the other day in the 3rd annual Pick Up the Poconos Day. The team helped pick up discarded trash and removed hundreds of bags of garbage from the roadway and public areas. The head coach of the Warriors said, "I'm really thankful for the opportunity to give back to the community. Let's do everything we can to keep the community clean and beautiful." Your weather forecast right now is currently raining outside, but it's supposed to clear up around 12 p.m. It will be a high of 66 and a low of 48 degrees today. Tomorrow, it is supposed to be sunny with a high of 66 and a low of 43. This has been Dylan Clancy with your news brief today.